Hey, Terry here. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to do a quick follow-up on a couple of tests that I did last year, examining the effect of barrel length on accuracy on cap and ball black powder revolvers. So today, I'm going to do a quick test on knockdown power, penetration, and damage between three different barrel lengths. I wanted to include in this test some muzzle velocity demonstrations, but I had some problems with the chronograph. I got to send it back. So I was going to wait until it came in, but then I went ahead and did the penetration test, and the results were so significant that I decided that really velocity test really isn't necessary. I'm going to do a muzzle velocity in the future as another little test, but it wasn't really needed for this particular test. So impact, penetration, damage. There's a couple of caveats that go along with this. First of all, I do understand that there are a lot of different types of projectiles, different types of powder loads and charges and stuff, and that distance and all that, which can have a dramatic effect on the amount of damage and knockdown power on any handgun. I'm not going to try and do a definitive test to determine the configuration that delivers the maximum damage. Here's what I'm looking at. All other factors being equal, what effect does barrel length alone have on knockdown power at a given distance? So for that, I'm going to use a .451 soft lead ball, 30 grain charge of triple F 777, and Remington number 10 caps. And for the test, of course, I'm going to use the meat target. So let's get started. This is the Paul Harrell inspired meat target. It consists of a layer of pork chops to represent pectoral muscles, followed by pork ribs, followed by oranges for internal organs, followed by another set of pork ribs, and then backed up with a wood bullet stop. I'm going to fire one round into this, each from the same 44 caliber type revolver, loaded with the same ammunition, with a 3-inch barrel, 5-inch barrel, and 8-inch barrel. And I'm going to do this from a realistic self-defense distance of about 3 feet. So let's see what happens. Okay, so first, one round from a 3-inch snub nose. Now, one round from the 5-inch barrel. And finally, one round from the 8-inch barrel. Let's have a look. Okay, as expected, all 3 rounds went through the pectoral muscles, did some massive damage. However, I want to point out that these are the 2 shorter barrels, and this is the 8-inch barrel. So 8-inch barrel entrance wound, 5-inch barrel entrance wound, 3-inch barrel entrance wound. So major difference there in entrance wounds. Now where the snub nose hit, it went through. The 5-inch barrel also went through. It here, here, and here. Okay, so we went through. The damage between the 3-inch or the 5-inch and the 8-inch is not all that significant as far as the size of the hole is concerned. There's a big difference in the size of the hole made with a 3-inch barrel. And where we hit in some oranges, again, this is the 8-inch barrel on this side. Major damage. Wouldn't do your heart much good. Also this one, significant damage. 5-inch barrel, about the same. And then the 3-inch snub nose, looks like I did not hit any oranges at all. Unless I hit this one twice. Could have, it was right in there, so I could have hit it twice. But nothing else has any injuries to them. Okay, here's one. You see a little hole here, little exit wound here. See that? Little exit wound, little entrance wound, not much significant damage. That's from the 3-inch barrel. And then on the back ribs, significant difference. The 3-inch barrel, I can get that out. The bullet was stopped by the back ribs at the bullet stop, and there it is. That's out of the 3-inch barrel. And then out of the 5-inch and 8-inch barrel, you can see significant damage. So, and they both stopped out of sight in the wood stop. So while all 3 barrel lengths did go through, it's got to be pointed out that the 3-inch barrel with the same load at the same distance did not do nearly as much damage as the 5-inch and 8-inch barrels did. And while the 8-inch barrel expectedly did produce the most damage as far as look at the size of those holes is concerned, again, 8-inch barrel, 8-inch barrel, sorry, 8-inch barrel, 5-inch barrel, they both went completely through and blew a nice little hole in it. Okay, so I think the important lesson to learn from this is there wasn't much of a difference between damage done by the 8-inch barrel and the 5-inch barrel. But there was a significant difference in the damage done by even just the 5-inch barrel and the 3-inch barrel, just that 2 inches. There seems to be a threshold, critical length, barrel length, in which enough muzzle velocity is built up to do significantly more damage. And while all bullets penetrated the body doing damage, the 3-inch barrel was stopped right at the backstop. You could say stopped by the back ribs, right at the backstop. Whereas the 8-inch and 5-inch barrels went completely through the body into the bullet stop. So I think what we can conclude from this is that in an up close, in your face, personal self-defense scenario, that little 3-inch snub nose can be deadly. And I hate to use the words as deadly or not as deadly because dead is dead. You know, there are no varying degrees of deadness. But what it does show is that if you're going to carry a black powder, and why would you want to do that? Maybe you live in a jurisdictions where civilians are only allowed to carry black powder. The world is not America. And if you're in one of those jurisdictions and you're going to carry a black powder revolver for self-defense, yeah, you can get by with that little 3-inch snub nose, but if you can, I would suggest that you at least go with a 5-inch barrel if you can get away with it. There's a significant difference in the amount of damage, the amount of knockdown power done between those 2 barrels. Going from a 5-inch up to an 8-inch at about 3 feet made some difference, but not a lot. I think the difference is going to kick in there when you go back a few yards. I'll have to do that in another test and see. So anyway, the pork chops are going on the grill and the ribs are going in the smoker. And my wife said she wants to eat the oranges. I don't really care much for oranges. So I'll have some lemonade while the ribs are cooking. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.